What would you tell a stranger in confidence? Utah author Randy Judd explores this idea in his new book, The Listening Bench. Randy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
We are so happy to have you. Okay, tell us about your new book. This is so exciting. Congratulations.
Thanks. It's actually been out for a little bit. It's already getting some legs and everything, but I wanted to come on and just go over it, and especially the local piece to it.
Sure, remind people how awesome it is. What is it about?
So it's about a man, Jonah Freeman, who has an early retirement from work and was kind of looking for something to do for the rest of his life, like a final chapter. And he kind of stumbles across a need in the community to have people listen. And so he sits on a bench, actually in Liberty Park here in Salt Lake City. He sits on a bench and listens to strangers coming up and telling him, heartbreaking stories, funny stories, just venting or whatever. And it's about his role in that. It's not just about the people that come up, but also his life that led up to it.
Sure, that kind of is a lost art, just listening to people, don't you think?
It is. You know, so many times we listen to people with just thinking about our response, or we're listening to people thinking about how we're going to fix them, and they don't want to be fixed. They just want to be heard sometimes.
Just to be listened to.
Yeah.
That makes sense. How did you come up with the idea for the book?
Actually, about several years ago, I saw in England where there was a similar bench where people, I think it was called a friend bench, and people would just sit down and someone else would sit down and they'd just talk and talk and then never see each other again. That got me thinking how kind of neat it would be to have something like that locally, or in any community where you could just go and open up to somebody and walk away and never see them again.
Sure, and why did you choose Liberty Park as a setting?
I think just familiarity.
Yeah.
You know, this could happen in any park in any city in the country. As a matter of fact, I've had a lot of feedback from people that say they would like to do it in their own town.
Yeah.
You know, and so this could happen anywhere, but I just did it here because I know Liberty Park, and it happens. The listening bench is on the south side of the lake there at Liberty Park here in Salt Lake City.
And people are familiar with it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I see why. Now, what's the greatest takeaway from the book, would you say?
The skills of listening. Not that I'm an expert on listening, but I think by reading it, you get the ideas of, like I said, not interrupting or determining what the person telling you wants you to do, whether they just want you to listen and not interrupt, or whether they want advice, or whether they want you to give them, feedback or whatever. So it's listening how the speaker wants you to listen.
Sure, it definitely, once you start talking about it, makes you think, and geez, am I a good listener? So it definitely gets the conversation going. What type of feedback have you had from those who've read it?
It's been pretty amazing. I was just writing this for just local consumption, but I've gotten thousands of reviews and feedback from all across the country and even across the world of people that say it makes them want to be a better person, or it makes them want to listen better, or it makes them want to do more in life, for other people. So I never expected that. So that's been really, really nice.
It's definitely inspiring. We can all be better listeners. And if we want to buy your book right now, Randy, where's the best place to go?
So it's for sale on Amazon.com, or you can go to randyjuddauthor.com. If the audio book is on Audible and on iTunes.
Okay, perfect. I'm excited to read this one. Randy, thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to see you.